Okay, who am I and what am I doing massage? So, 2009, I fractured the very end, distal end of my tibia. I had fallen about 30 feet from a sort of a cliff. It was an interesting college-age person adventure that went wrong. You can imagine, but at the time I wasn't really certain where I was going. I've been a musician most of my life. I was studying art and found that just doing those things for the sheer enjoyment was something that I wanted to, leave out of my career path and do those things for fun, not for money necessarily. And at the time, I was going through the physical therapy for that experience, and it was actually my mother who said, you could do that, you'd be good at that. And the more that I got into the learning and the doing of the massage, it was a year-long program, and the more I learned about the insurance companies and things like that, it sort of pushed me away from wanting to pursue medical type things further, because I started to see just some cracks in the way that the people were thinking about healing. It's generally describing what's wrong and offering something that doesn't necessarily promise the potential for healing, especially not the word cure. That was rarely used, and it's sort of like a fairy tale, the cure for X. And that's not to say that the pharmaceutical industry has not had some success over the years, but that's why I like to stay in the wellness sort of area. And maybe it's just more suited to my personality. Maybe I don't like necessarily dealing with such harsh things all the time. And I found a good role in simply providing a relaxing experience, knowing the boundary of people come to me to relax, and then they go on their way, happier to spread that peace and comfort to the rest of the world, at least for a little while. Maybe even just the rest of their evening. But that's what got me into massage.